Hey guys, well it's Sunday afternoon. Finally managed to find some time to get back in the garage today to continue working on this Honda Element. Yesterday evening, after my last footage, it's quite challenging, and it all had to do with this wiring harness. I've never had to install a steering wheel control interface before, and the instructions were not that clear. Anyway, I managed to give I gave Crutchfield a call today just to sort a few things out, so in a minute I'll show you what I currently understand as far as the wiring goes. The good news is that I did, to change gears a bit, I did run the 3 pairs of RCAs from the front to the rear. What I did was I removed the glove box cover. There's only 2 screws holding them in here and there, and this piece, which provides the passenger area with quite a nice flat surface, this just comes off with 3 metal clips, 1, 2, and 3, and from there it gives you the ability to reach with your hand in there. With the sub gone, I was able to reach up in there, which is very beneficial, because then I could start with the line in there, feel it through there, and then bring it around. So I brought it in behind where the, come on, focus now, there we go, where the cabin air filter is, in behind, and these 3 wires along with the remote amp on line will be running along this door sill to the back, where after this point I have tucked them underneath the floor mat. And back here, what I did was I removed, give me a second here, 3 of these type of clips. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, here, and there. So basically all along the back. Okay, so this peeled back, and I was able to get them in through there. Alright, so the idea is, while keeping them away from where the seats, back seats clamp on. So more or less hidden. I'll tidy up that portion later, but right now what I'm gonna go back to is this harness, because what we have to do for Honda Element, check your instruments, your interfaces instructions, but for mine, dealing with a PAC-SWI RC, I need to cue it into program mode number 2, which is over here. Just use a very small flathead screwdriver, and from there, out of all these wires that come in its harness, ignore everything. I heat shrunk, and I just took a pair of pliers to close off the end. Ignore all the wires except for the completely white one, not to be confused with the white with the red stripe or the white with the black stripe, just the white one. And this interface will require power and ground, so its power lead is tied in with the harnesses, the accessory on wire, and the ground wire. Same goes for the ground wire. Okay, so anyways, right now I am dealing with what you see is a complete mess. When it's proven, then when proof's in to put in, and I'll tidy up all the wiring before it goes into the to the space here. What I did find late last night, when I was trying to just connect up the features of the head unit, was that I was sent the incorrect antenna adapter. So I don't know what it'll be like for you guys, but for mine, where is it in here? Here it is. So this is the connector that goes to the factory series satellite and regular antenna. This is what it looks like. So this actually requires the Metra 40- HD10 connector. What I was sent was the HD11, which has a round port. It's completely different than this one. Anyway, so I'll have to call them back tomorrow, and hopefully they will send me the right connector. It's not critical path and won't affect my other work here. Again, thankfully I'm not in a huge rush. And anyways, as far as these RCAs go, I've just taped the ends of them, so as I'm playing around, they're not the connections themselves aren't being scuffed up or anything like that. Alright, so insofar as the connections themselves, the white wire that I mentioned that came from here is supposed to connect to pin number 3 of the Honda 20 harness, which is this baby. So you count 1, 2, 3 on the top row, and it corresponds to this Christmas tree colored wire here. So this is number 3, and then I'm to find, I believe, pin 14, these being the instructions here. So then I've got to connect pin 14 to ground. So I'll be splicing into 14 and I'll be running it to the to this ground here. All right.